Hi guys, this is Pradeep Srivastav. Welcome to my channel. We are going to discuss a very interesting topic. It's talk of the town. It's Chat GPT and its effect on supply chain. As we all know, Chat GPT is an AI tool which is very useful. There are main four useful things of Chat GPT. The first thing is it can generate responses to natural language of any query of any user. Second, it can be integrated to any application or platform. Third, it can give responses to massive amount of data which is going to be accurate, coherent and informative. And lastly, it can generate responses to any natural language of any industry, either it is healthcare or logistics. With so many benefits, with so many useful things, we will also discuss about benefits, scope, tools, companies using Chat GPT, and also the drawbacks. See you in the next videos. So let's discuss about the benefits what ChatGPT can give to the supply chain. There are 5 benefits which are critical. One is the improved communication. It will help to improve the communication between the stakeholders. ChatGPT can study the messages exchanged between the suppliers, the distributors, the retailers, and all the stakeholders and come out with patterns and gaps which can help us to improve communication. The second important point is the real-time tracking, the real-time monitoring. Chat GPT plays a very important role here. It can identify the gaps, the delays, the disruptions and alert the stakeholders accordingly. For example, if a shipment has not reached the destination in time because of bad weather en route to the destination, it can give an alert. So it's very important. Third interesting point is the predictive analysis. Predictive analysis has become very important in today's world because things are moving fast. We need to move fast and we need to predict what's in for us for the future. Chat GPT helps in predictive analysis. It can help us plan the inventory levels. It can help us to plan the production schedules, etc. So it gives a complete insight into the demand and supply chain requirements. The fourth thing is customer service. Customer service is not just customer service nowadays. You may have a good product, but if you do not have a great customer service, you may probably lose business. So to have an effective customer service which can delight the customers, we need to study the gaps, we need to study the areas of improvement, and that is where ChatGPT plays an important role. And we all know in any supply chain there are potential risks involved. Identifying potential risks at times is a daunting task. ChatGPT does it very easily. It helps us for the risk management. So this 5 major benefit comes through the ChatGPT, and hence ChatGPT is becoming more and more important for the supply chain. Now somebody will ask, when you talk about supply chain and if you don't talk about graphs, what happens? Yeah, you are very right. So there are 3 very important graphs. One is the efficiency graph. The second one is the cost graphs. And the third one is the process gaps. ChatGPT helps in all these 3 tools. It can study each and every processes and come out with efficiency graphs which can help us for better planning. It can help us for better strategy. ChatGPT can study all the costs involved in every process, come out with the areas where the cost is going up. It can highlight the areas where the cost is going down, and the supply chain managers can easily work on the areas where the cost is going up. Process gaps is also very important in supply chain. We should not have a gap in any process because the end product may get delayed, or the quality may suffer, or the customer may suffer, or ultimately the demand may suffer. If the process is not in time, everything will go haywire. The Chat GPT plays an important role even there. It can identify the gaps in the process, give us the correct output, and help us plan and strategize better. It's said that knowledge is power, but ability to share the knowledge is even more powerful. So that is what Chat GPT does. So till now we spoke about 5 benefits and 3 of the graphs, like the efficiency graph, the cost graph, the process gaps graph. Now let me also highlight some 10 areas of supply chain where Chat GPT can support or help. The first one is demand forecasting. It can study the historical data and market trends. This will help you to forecast your future demand better. The second thing is the order processing. It can help you work on automation of the order processing by responding to customer inquiries, processing the orders, tracking shipments, blah blah blah. And the third one is inventory management. It can manage inventory levels and alert the supply chain managers. The fourth one is logistics optimization. Logistics optimization is very important for the operations. It will help you to optimize the logistics operations by identifying transportation routes, modes of transportation, and help you reduce the cost and improve the service levels. Supplier management. It can monitor the supplier performance. So you can easily decide on the quality standards, the delivery timelines, and probably come out with various improvements. Vendor management. It can also study the supplier data, that who is the best supplier, how is the quality, how is the price, how is the efficiency, and accordingly you can decide about the best vendors and probably incentivize them to make it even better. Procurement. It can help you in terms of your procurement. It will tell you what are the kind of inventories which is available, which is not there, what is the status of the orders, and then help you, improve on your procurement. Warehouse management. It can monitor warehouse operations and suggest you improvements. Transport management. It can study the transportation data and identify the most important routes, most efficient routes, mode of transportation, etc., which all is required to improve the transportation part. And lastly, the 10th area where it can add value to us is the last mile efficiencies and gaps. It can study the real-time shipment status, alternate delivery options, identifying potential bottlenecks, and help you improve on your last mile operations. So these are the areas where Chat GPT can help you, apart from the benefits whatever I spoke to you earlier. But to do all this and derive more and more benefits from Chat GPT, it's very important to have some tools. One of the most essential tools is data management tools. We should have the data management tools in place where we can input large amount of data for Chat GPT to analyze and give us the study. We should have analytical tools. It can study and identify patterns and trends, which will help us to improvise. We should have collaboration tools. Collaboration tool essentially means whatever communication has been going between the stakeholders, it will facilitate us to improve on that. Maybe it is the video conferencing tools, or it is the instant messaging, or any other kind of exchanges which has happened between all of us, so that the entire gambit of stakeholders can collaborate better and perform better. Inventory management tools. I spoke about inventory management earlier also. So if we have these tools in place, it is certainly going to help ChatGPT to give you the better output. Logistic management tools. Logistic management tools is very, very important because it will optimize your transportation routes. It can select the best transportation mode. It can monitor shipment status, etc., etc. And lastly, the CRM tools. It can study the queries, the responses of the customers, and come out with patterns and graphs which will help us to perform better and improve the customer service levels of our organization. So let's discuss about the companies who are using chat gpt. Very interesting. I'm going to tell you about 20 companies. The first company which is using chat gpt is Merck. It calls it as Captain Peter. DHL uses DHL Assistant. FedEx uses FedEx Assistant. UPS uses as UPS Bot. Salesforce is using it as Einstein GPT. Air India is using Chat GPT to enhance customer experience. Microsoft is using, obviously Microsoft will use as a Bing Chat. Snapchat is using Chat GPT. Duolingo is using Duolingo Max as Chat GPT. Slack is using Chat GPT for its CRM tool. Koo is also integrated with the OpenAI Chat GPT. Bain and Company, a management consultant company, is also using Chat GPT. Coke has already announced that it is going to start using ChatGPT. Shop e-commerce platform is already using ChatGPT. Samsung, an IT products and mobile company, is using ChatGPT. Instacart is using ChatGPT. Shopify is using ChatGPT. Flipkart is using ChatGPT. And lastly, Care4 is using ChatGPT. If all these global companies are using ChatGPT, why not you? Start using it. Yeah, in the end, it's very important to discuss the drawbacks and limitations of ChatGPT. I guess we have so many advantages and benefits, but there are limitations, and which we all should know. Interestingly, few days back, we heard that Italy, the European country, banned ChatGPT in their country because they have very strict laws in data protection. Similarly, the Europe Union has a very strict law on the data protection. So maybe this leads to the entire Europe banning ChatGPT. So which is very, very shocking. Also, we heard Elon Musk saying that citing that this is a danger to the human society. It possesses a big risk to the human society, which again is shocking news. I also read somewhere that there would be a loss of 300 million jobs. But anyways, I am not worried about the loss of jobs, only for the reason that whenever there has been a new thing which comes in and it disrupts the space, we have seen there has been a lot of new opportunities and new avenues where people have been able to do something or the other. So that's not a worry, but yes, it certainly is going to affect the human race. Also, few of the things which is very important to know is Chat GPT is basically a machine language, right? It does not have a human element per se. It can also provide answers at times, wrong answers at times. It is very formal. It is subjective. It's too wordy. There is no empathy quotient there, and it only summarizes whatever data they have. Accordingly, it summarizes. Whereas when a human is speaking on a subject, there are emotions involved, there are examples involved, there are experiences involved, there is empathy involved, which gives a better picture to the discussed topic. So with so much of limitations in chat gpt, the reason of me sharing this is that we all should be aware of it. So overall, chat gpt is a very powerful tool and it gives us a lot of benefit, but we should be very clear, and I'm saying it in an underlying statement, that it is not a substitute of human intelligence, creativity, and empathy. I'm sure you would have liked this discussion. I would be very happy if you like and subscribe, and please give your feedback. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. So, Chat GPT in total is going to give us multiple benefits in all parts of supply chain. And we all know supply chain is the backbone of any business. If the supply chain is good, everything is good. So, my suggestion to my friends is that in case if we have not started utilizing the benefits of Chat GPT, let's start working on it. I'm sure it is going to help us in a long way. Thank you very much. If you like the content, if you find it interesting, do comment to me, and I solicit your feedback. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.